Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. Today, we will be talking about the Lots of Stuff campaign that the Down Syndrome Family Network tends to do every year for World Down Syndrome Day on March 21st. Uh, I've noticed that every year it's been growing, and sometimes we participate in certain things, but we really don't, get the message of why, right? Is this happening? So here to tell us about the message behind lots of stuff is Surya Hussein, who is a self-advocate, and his mom, Shelly Hussein, who is an advocate for persons with disability. So good morning, and I will start with you, Surya. How are you doing?
I'm good, fine.
So I know these days you're pretty busy participating in the Lots of Stuff sale. What is your favorite thing about being part of this sale?
Well, being part of the sale, it was like plenty people was there buying socks and taking pictures. Yes,
How did that make you feel?
it feels good to do it.
Nice. So, Shelly, can you tell us about the Lots of Socks campaign and what it's all about and why it is important?
Well, uh, Shamla, the Lots of Socks campaign has been going on for many years. It didn't start here originally, but we picked up on it because a sock looks like a chromosome. And as you know, Down syndrome people have this extra set of chromosomes. And the socks come in such wonderful colors and designs that they're really so attractive that when people see the kids or anyone wearing them, it starts a conversation. It really raises awareness that, hey, there's something special about people with Down syndrome, because nowadays our kids are doing so many things. Imagine we have one young lady who sat common entrance last year, and she's now in a silver school. We are so proud of her. And then we have another young man who is going to be sitting common entrance very soon, I think next year. So the kids are really shining, doing their best, and we want more of this inclusion in Trinidad and Tobago, because in other countries they're way advanced, much ahead of us, really. So Lots of Socks campaign really brings that attention to Down syndrome.
So, why the colorful mismatch socks is used as a symbol for Down syndrome awareness?
Yeah, because it really makes an impact on a person. Normally, long ago you wore white socks, black socks, very plain colored things. And these socks are definitely not plain. The patterns are for the children, they have animals on them, or sometimes cupcakes, all kinds of things like that. For the adults, you have patterns that are like sushi and zebra stripes and really very um, outstanding patterns. So when people see that, it's like, why are you wearing those socks? They're so outrageous, almost some of them. So it really starts up a conversation, and that's how we raise awareness, and we get more and more people involved. Because nowadays we are also selling socks in schools, not just in the malls, but in different schools. And on the day, the schools get their kids to take pictures, group pictures with all the children lined up with all these beautiful socks. And it really inspires them to know that how lucky they are, and to accept if a child with Down syndrome or other disabilities will come into their school at some time. It gives them that awareness that it's okay to be different, and let's be accepting of all our citizens, fellow citizens, and fellow kids. So that's
Amazing.
what's so nice about it.
So, Surya, why do you look forward to wearing your socks?
Is to raise awareness
And to get his family to buy them
and
too.
family to buy them too.
There's a fantastic reason, to wear your socks. So, besides wearing socks, for Shelley, what are some meaningful ways people can support individuals with Down syndrome?
Right. So some of them are becoming adults, like Surya, and giving them an opportunity to experience what it is like to work is a fantastic way. Some companies have been coming on board with us and giving our young adults an opportunity to really experience the workplace and to learn what it is like to be a responsible, independent adult, you know. And so far, we have one of our advocates who has been employed permanently, and that is a really big win for us. And the others are having stints of from 1 month to a few months to a few years, but it all varies depending on the company. So that for me is one of the most important things. Also, even in the health sector, some of the health centers, you find some people, some nurses, and so don't fully understand the capabilities of our children and young people with Down syndrome. There's still some of that feeling that they're not able to do so much. But we want to change the focus to for people to know how much they are capable of. And with the support of family and friends and the general citizenry, they can accomplish so much. You know, our kids do so well in Special Olympics. It's just wonderful to see that with support and encouragement, not just from family but from those their friends in school or whatever institution they're in, they can achieve a whole lot. And many find their special talent, and once we do that, once you can find their special talent, and they all do have that, we can support them to really excel in whatever field that is and enjoy a good life.
Shelley, being part of an organization like the Down Syndrome Family Network, right? How has it impacted you as a parent, a mother, and how has it impacted your child? Development, growth, exposure, and so on.
Right. So I was very happy to find this organization. And I mean, it's been 12 years about that. And what it has done for myself and my husband and my son, other sons, and his only sister, they have become so understanding and aware of the full capabilities of Surya. And they treat him like any other normal
Mhm.
person. So you find that has helped him to develop his social skills because he is Mr. Social. He
I know
loves music and to party and dance for carnival. Oh my gosh, that is one of his favorite times of year. And he just has a life full of celebration because he knows everybody's birthday and would always call them or send them a message somewhere on Facebook or something. So getting involved in this organization has been tremendous because they put on workshops every couple of months and bring us to a level of understanding from their guests who may be therapists in some way, doctors. Um, we have the support of lawyers on the board who carefully monitor what is going on in terms of acceptance and so on with different aspects of the Down syndrome family network. And so, it really raises your own awareness as a parent to recognize that, hey, we can, once we support and bring our children out and help them to become integrated even within the network, it can help us to do so much for them at home. So the network has been a tremendous support. So this year we have two guests, young people who have been excelling in Olympic sports. Well, they retired now, but that just goes to show you that
The impact.
once they put their attention on something and with assistance and continued practice, they can accomplish a whole lot. And
Syria,
mhm,
so Syria,
Yeah.
on March 21st, there is the Down Syndrome Family Networks Conference, annual conference, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited and what you're looking most forward to at this conference?
Well, this conference, this conference coming up, I will be speaking also. Yes.
and great. We
So you're looking forward
And
to
Tobago.
yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're definitely looking forward to speaking at this
Yeah.
conference. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's impactful. So Shelley,
Mhm.
to close, how can person get involved? And also how can we reach out to the Down Syndrome Family Network?
Right. Down Syndrome Family Network has a very active Facebook page. And if you would like to register for our conference, you go to islandtickets.com/event/DSFN Trinidad. Once you start putting that in, you'll get to the page. So it'd be good to actually attend a conference. We're also having one in Tobago on the 20th, and the one in Trinidad is on the 21st at the Hyatt. And we have a therapist coming. Of course, we are always supported by our honored guest of honor in Mrs. Rowley. Minister Cox is always present. She takes the time to attend. And some of the advocates are going to be there, speaking with you as part of the tie-up of the whole day's activities. So just go on Facebook and Instagram and these other social media pages with DSFN,
Yeah.
and you can join and be a follower and be a supporter um, of this whole event. So it's great if you just have a friend or a neighbor who
Yeah.
has a Down syndrome child. You can register at the Down Syndrome Family Network, and they will start getting information about coming to the conferences and the workshops, because it really is very necessary to get all this valuable information.
I know next week I have a director who will be here to the director of the network
Uh-huh.
to discuss further on this conference. So Shelley
Mhm.
and Syria, it's always a pleasure to have you all. It's always a pleasure to see your advocacy work. And please continue. And guys,
Right.
with
Thank
that,
Thank
my
you so much, and look forward for our last sale of socks is going to be at Eastgate Mall on Saturday coming, right? So that's in Trin-City. So I
thank
hope
you.
everyone gets their socks. Thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure. So, guys, as you mentioned, it's Get Small on Saturday. It's the last Lobster Saturday. So be there to participate. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to this week's segment of Unique Not Different. As I always say, be good, do good. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.